Hey guys, it's Kevin. Today we're going to talk about how to make an ICC profile for your printer. I have a printer here and you can immediately see what the problem is. See the forehead? This is because you have a couple colors, they just lump together, so some colors cannot express it. Usually you're really sensitive to the skin color. Once you get the skin, the other colors just will look fine. You'll see the skins look patchy and two-dimensional. It doesn't look like a real person at all. I changed the paper settings. This one is a paper setting, and I also changed to mate setting. And usually the Epson will pick up different ICC profile to print each one. But in this one, you can see they're all bad. So that's why I'll need to make my own ICC profile. Oh, there's no way that the printer is a bad printer. The printer is Epson XP 15000. I filled the color KCMY with a BCH ink for Epson, and I intentionally filled the red with a BCH ink for Canon, and the gray filled with a BH ink for HP. So I intentionally make this printer's color totally off and compare with this printer, which is ILHEL 1800. You can see if we use all the ink for Epson, the woman's face is three-dimensional and compare to the one off color. See the difference? So we're going to make an ICC profile for the XP 15000, which is totally off color. So I can show you the power of ICC profile. Ideally, ICC profile should be made for each combination of a printer and output, such as paper. Firstly, ICC profile can make a device to express relatively accurate color on different material. For example, those two both are white papers, but if you put them together, you can see the color difference. So you'll need two ICC profiles, one for each paper. Second situation you'll need ICC profile is, for example, if you run a batch and then your ink's gone, you have to buy an ink from a different brand. You want the customer receive their product look exactly the same, so you will make a new ICC profile. And the third situation is when you have multiple printers, for example, 6 printers. And when you make a product, you don't want them to look differently. So you want to make an ICC profile for each printer so they will produce exactly the same result. For this video, we're going to use X-Rite. X1, I'm using the photo bundle, and they have an i1 basic, i1 photo, and i1 publisher. In the bundle, I got a couple of color checkers. Oh, by the way, I bought this a couple years ago, and they might have a newer version. I think their newer is version 3 or something. And the first thing we do is install the software. Because it hasn't been a while, I'll just go to the internet and download their newest version rather than taking the software from the CD. You go to X-Rite website and check this i1 profiler software. I'm going to put a link below because it's not that easy to find it. So you can just click the link, go to website and download it. Oh, but below I means in the video description. Now we click and run it. We'll find all those licenses are disabled. And we're going to see those like it's in the demo mode. It has a little ribbon that says demo. This is because we didn't up with our scanner. We take the scanner out, and there's a base for the calibration. If we slide this down, and you're going to see the white calibration spot. I usually use that calibration thing as base and put the scanner on it. So I plug in the USB. Now the scanner light up. If we take a look of the software, you're going to see all the licenses become green, except the KCMY printing. Because I bought a photo version, it doesn't support KCMY. And here you have to select which device you bought. I have iPro 2, and you might get iPro 3 if you buy their newest stuff. Otherwise, you're going to get an error. For example, if I select iPro 3, and in the next page, you're going to see the device is not found. At first, we don't calibrate our display. Think of ICC as a translator, which you have a digital file. This translator is going to make whatever device you have to display this file as accurately as possible. So to display this file accurately, we select i2 Pro first, and then we click Display, and we click Next. It's going to ask you to calibrate your scanner. So basically, on the base, you have to select Open it and show the white dot, and put a scanner on it, and either you click that button or you just click that Calibrate button on your screen. You want to use that nice USB cable come with the kit. Otherwise, if you have a regular USB, it may not working properly. I got this a lot. That device is not found because I lost the original USB from the pack, and so I have to switch to another USB. Okay, get a new USB cord and plug in and calibrate. And once the calibration is successful, we're going to come to this page. And we click Start Measurement, and it's going to ask you to put the scanner in the middle of the screen. This sandbag is for help you to put the scanner in the middle of the screen. But I'm using a laptop, so I'll just do as close as possible. Because it's a laptop, my screen doesn't have RGB controls capability, but if you have a regular monitor, and I suggest you do the RGB controls too. So I'm just going to click Next. My monitor does have a brightness control, so I control the brightness up and down until it's roughly in the center. My laptop is not precise, so you can see the target is 120. And the best I can do is about 116. That's good enough for me. I'll just click Next. Go get a cup of coffee, and your monitor is going to go through a whole bunch of colors. The scanner will take a measurement in the center of the screen, and this is why I said you don't have to line up perfectly in the middle. Somewhere close, that's enough. And once it's done, you can give your profile name. That's easy to remember. And let you to compare before and after. You can say before the image is a lot cooler, it's like lighter, and the color is not as vibrant as after. So when we click after, and this is what the real color is going to look like. Let's check. So we right click anywhere on the desktop, and we click Display Settings, and you can see the color profile is already changed to our new color profile. So next time if you have a customer complains that your printout look nothing like what he saw on his computer, you're going to ask, did you calibrate your monitor? Now we're going to click the icon Printer Profile to make ICC profile. And here we can select our printer, XP 15000. And the paper size, we're going to select a tabloid, and you can select letters, whatever. I just have a tabloid paper that's bigger. And the chart size is the larger, the more accurate, the more precise your profile will be. Just spend some time to do a large one. And then you can click print, or you can save this picture and email to somebody, ask them to print. I just want to mention that it is against X-Rite policy. Whenever you buy the software, you sign a EULA form, which is forbidden for you to sell this service as commercial service. So you cannot advertise, say, I'm going to send you guys a file, and you guys print it out and send back to me, and I'll scan and make a ICC profile for you. It's against the EULA. And after it printed out correctly, and you can click Next, and it'll ask you to calibrate your scanner again. And after you calibrate it, it's going to ask you what kind of scan method you're going to use. Select the last one, dual scan. You're going to scan each row twice. You can see it's ready to receive data from the first row. Now we set up the clipboard and the slider, and put the scanner on the slider. And once you get ready from the right, you're going to squeeze that trigger with your thumb, and you can hear a beep. Do not release the trigger and slide it to the right. At the end, release the trigger and you can hear another beep. And from the right, you can squeeze the trigger again and scan backwards. You can scan 2 forwards or 1 forward, 1 backward, it doesn't matter. And anytime you hear double beeps, you have to rescan. On your computer screen, it's going to show which row you need to scan. If you get lost, you can go find out which row you need to scan. When you hear double beep, that means something's wrong, and you have to rescan the whole row. That means you have to do another good forward scan and another good backward scan, 2 scans. And you just scan it away. And this is what it looks like on your computer. Once it's done, we can click next and then next, and it asks you to give a name. We'll name it XP 15000. And then we click Generate Profile and just keep your finger crossed. And you can see a couple seconds later, and you're going to get your profile. This is gamut plot, which is from the greenest to the reddest, and from yellowest to the bluest. And vertically is from the lightest to the darkest. It's just how many colors your device can express. If you want, you can load another gamut and compare the 2 of them. For example, you compare 2 inks, 2 papers, or 2 printers. Now I'll show you how to print with your new profile. Right click and set print, and adjust the quality, whatever you want to do here, and click options. And click printer preferences, and adjust where to feed paper and the paper size. And the quality is high, that's good. So we go to the more options. And here on the color correction, and we'll click custom and select ICM and say OK. And click OK to close it. Now we go to options again, and now we click color management. And for the device, we're going to select XP 15000. And you have to select use my setting for this device. Otherwise, here all you'll see is generic manufacturer ICC profiles. So select use my setting for this device. And on the lower left, click add. And select the name of the ICC profile we just created. And I don't want the printer automatically select profile for me. I want to just use this profile for everything. So select menu, select the profile and set as default. You just have to do this first time. You don't have to do this every time. Okay, now we can go print. You can see it look better already. This is what it should look like. Here's our old print and compare to the new print that we use the ICC profile we just made. Do you see the difference? By the way, in this video, I intentionally use Canon's ink and I use HP's ink inside the Epson printer. I wanted to highlight what ICC profile can do. Also, I want to mention your monitor is not an accurate representation of the file. The most accurate 100% is the file itself. So your monitor goes through ICC profile to do as best as possible to represent that file. Now we can compare the monitor and we can compare the print. Usually the monitor can beat the print because just physically the monitor has a wider gamut. And now if we take the file printed with Epson ink and compare to the monitor, Then we compare to the XP 15,000. And you're going to find that the XP 15,000 looks better than the Epson. This is because the Epson uses its generic profile is not tailored to this kind of paper. And this is why the customer-made profile can beat a manufacturer profile. Now let me show you how to copy this profile to another computer. So if you have a new computer, you can use this profile. You can go to your computer, this PC, and go to Windows C drive, and go to Windows. So UPS guys here. And going down and get System 32. And scroll down and go to spool, and go to drivers, and go to color, and find your profile. Here is just file, and you can copy and paste. Here I'm going to copy and paste into zip drive. On the new computer, just right click and select install profile. By install profile, the printer will just move this file into that folder and show you. See Windows, System 32, spool, a driver, and the color. And see the profile is right there. And on the new printer, when you print, just do the same thing as I did before and make sure the printer is using this profile rather than use its default generic profile. Anyway, if you're interested, and please subscribe and leave your comments. So I'm considering next video, I'm going to show you how to compare profiles. So we can connect two profiles, put in the software, and we can compare their depth. And also, if you're interested, I probably make another video show you how to modify the ICC profiles. So if you need to make red really red, and what you need to do. Anyway, so it's deep. I already get people complain and say, hey, your stuff is not relevant. Really debating if I make some videos that's too deep, or maybe I just make some generic videos such as how to refill your cartridge. Anyway, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Visit us at www.bchtechnology.com or locally at Greensboro, North Carolina. Cheers.